My key message for this presentation is the importance of data visualization in sports. Very few professions and areas utilize, analyze, and generate data quite like sports. Data visualization and analytics have taken over the way teams, coaches, players, and even fans have approached sports. For the purpose of this presentation, I want to focus on two key definitions: data visualization and analytics. Data visualization is an effort to help people understand the significance of data by placing it in some sort of visual context. Analytics is the interpretation and communication of meaningful patterns in data. It's storytelling with a purpose, according to Data Visualization Beginner's Guide from Module 3. It is a form of visual art that grabs our interest and keeps our eyes on the message. When we see a chart, we quickly see trends and outliers. Charts, maps, graphs are all examples of visualized data. So how is it used in sports? Everyone says that sports analytics and visualization started with Moneyball. Moneyball is a book written about former Oakland A's general manager Billy Beane. Beane used statistics and metrics to craft his baseball team. The book states, "This was the first known use of prioritization of statistics and data to make personal decisions in professional sports." For example, Beane didn't look at a physical player's height, weight, running ability, or anything else. He used data. Beane determined that scoring runs was a fruit of certain analytics. His theory was that a team with a high on-base percentage was a team more likely to score runs, and as a result, more likely to win more games. Beane drafted and traded for players that fit this system. So you guessed it, graphs, charts, and statistics of players that fit his system. Today, every major sports team has a whole analytics and data visualization department, where notes on players are taken, converted to a PDF or chart, and further evaluated by mathematicians and data developers. As you can see from this graph representation, the amount of data is large, and it can be more easily read and analyzed using a visual. Teams and scouts use this data to see the correlation between the angle for which the player hits the ball and the amount of runs scored and outs made. They use visuals such as this to structure their team. It is not just enough to look at this data, you have to visualize it. That is where the interaction design foundation practice comes into play. According to them, information visualization is the art of representing data in a way that is easy to understand and to manipulate. It can help us make a sense of information and thus make it useful in our lives. There is a huge need for data, especially in sports, to be presented so it delivers value. So far, we have described data visualization in baseball, but not only does baseball use this, but so does basketball, football, and many other sports. In fact, there are now classes in schools that focus on data visualization and analytics in sports. Let's get into some more real-life examples of data visualization in sports. The next couple of examples are from a seminar on sports analytics at Georgia Tech, created and conducted by students. Each visualization displays data in a creative and valuable way. This visual shows NFL draft history for all 32 teams within the past 10 years. Each circle is a player. Each color represents their current status. Green means active and red means not active. This system allows the user to see how each team has drafted and what position they have either hit or missed on. This visualization shows the top-rated golf courses based on rankings from magazines Golfer's Digest and Golf. This is a map of the U.S., with each dot indicating a location of a top-rated golf course. The user can actually select one of the dots and see the specific rankings in the upper left-hand corner. This visualization is more of an infographic. It is titled, "Expected versus Actual Goals in the World Cup." A shot was made in a recent World Cup, and this visual shows how rare it is to make this particular shot. All the similar shots that were missed are represented by the blue lines. Even sports websites such as NFL.com are utilizing this practice. Take a look at these passing charts that show a passer's rating based on which part of the field they throw it to. These stats and numbers are updated week to week and are displayed for all users to see. And how about showing routes and carries for running backs? This one can be categorized as a graph/chart. You can break down every team and even break down each player in the entire league. Each line is made up of a different color, with each color representing a different stat line. Data visualization and analytics have come so far in sports that associations like the NBA are downright making it into an exact science. For example, player tracking. This evaluates the efficiency of a team by an analysis of player movement. This illustration portrays the shot probability of certain players in certain situations. In fact, every play, scheme, and player combination offers its own unique chart and illustration. As you can imagine, there are hundreds of combinations that can be applied and analyzed. Heck, even dragon boat racing has hopped onto the data visualization bandwagon. Robert Allison of the SAS Learning Post created this illustration to show how his team compared to all other teams in a recent competition. The x-axis is a set of times, and the y-axis is each team name. Robert Allison later goes on to explain sports data and visuals in the following manner, of which I think sums up everything. A nice visual analysis of sports data can help capture the fans' attention, help teams know which strategies work better and others, or even help with logistics and seating charts in the stadiums. So data visualization, the effort to help people understand the significance of data by placing it in some sort of visual context. It is safe to say that the future of sports data visualization and analytics is not going anywhere. Due to all the stats sports offers, it is essential for visuals such as charts, graphs, infographics, and much more to be utilized for both the analysis of data and for team construction.